Yeah, I think it's more if I post a funny clip and they're like, ah, I'm like,
Hello and welcome.
Mushy,
back
mushy.
to a special edition of the Frontleft Podcast. You know what it is, the Frontleft Podcast, Front Left of All Conversations. Got myself, Tazza, and I'm joined with...
Ha, konnichiwa. Mugiwara Luffy. Sashi Buridana.
I'm with my Japanese co-host today.
Hi.
What's your Japanese name?
Mugiwara Luffy.
Mugi Lara.
Yes, it means Straw Hat Luffy. To all my One Piece fans out here.
Fair enough. Big.
What he wanted to say is, Nani.
You can tell how much anime you watch, man. Once speaking fluent Japanese.
Yeah.
The only Japanese I know is the food. Sorry, I don't.
Hey.
I'm all about the kimchi. I'm all about the noodles. I'm all about the
Sugoi.
sugoi.
No, sugoi means, whoa, delicious. Hey, bro, I speak for Japanese.
I can tell.
Hey.
Yeah, sugoi. Wow.
Yeah. To all our Japanese audience, man. Peace. Yeah.
Peace.
But today's pod, as the Japanese will say, hazaboyo.
What does that mean?
It's going to be playful.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Japanese here, man. Jesus. But yeah, it's no end. Trey's not here with us today, so it's just me and Josh.
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah, we're here still podding as per usual. The pod never stops, of course. But yeah, what's been going on recently? Obviously, festivals are back.
Festival. And I didn't even touch one.
I didn't touch one either,
I
to
didn't
be
touch
honest.
one, you know.
I didn't even know they were all going ahead, all on the same weekend.
To be fair, do you know what's actually mad? I didn't want to book any because I actually thought they were all going to flop.
Yeah, and they all look good.
Literally. Because there weren't some last year said that they were going to... Because our Afro Nation ones and your Rolling Land ones, they stopped.
Yeah.
So I really thought if they're gonna cancel them, then everything is September. But I did have a feeling that Warehouse would be on. So like this year, because they didn't announce anything last year, and I was like, yeah, Warehouse would be on this year.
But I think those festivals were international because they knew people would be traveling across the world. That's the quarantine people. COVID's like different rates in different parts of different countries. That's why that's why the international festivals didn't go ahead. I can see you looking at it.
You look like one old uncle.
I said Patrick Newman.
Yeah, Patrick Truman, man.
Patrick Truman.
Yeah, my man. Yeah, I'm looking at it, man. Yeah.
I've got an outfit change soon later on, man.
But
don't worry.
did you know Australia are back in lockdown?
Yeah, but with Australia, it's
Yeah.
like one COVID case and then they shut everything down.
But they were the first ones to try like festivals and stuff. I swear, like last year.
They wasn't even doing festivals. They opened up because there's a girl that we know who's living in Australia, and she was like on the beach while we were still in lockdown with the rules and stuff. They were on the beach. They were drinking. They were partying. This is last summer.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I saw like when I was looking at Instagram stories, I saw like beer parties, and I was like, rah. I was more jealous then than now. Now I'm like, I can't even be asked.
This summer's been boring though. Nothing's really like, I don't know. This has been the summer where everyone's been able to like be free, but then it's been worse than the one where we had restrictions.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether that's because people are just fed up, and also the weather wasn't really good. We had like a week.
First lockdown was immense. Weather was immense.
Yeah, it
The weather
was.
was crazy. You know,
For 3.5 months solid.
in like June time, we went to go and drink on a step. Sick.
Yeah. No, it actually was.
It was way.
It was actually sick.
Yeah, it was actually sick.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
It was like being in like 17 again or something.
Yeah, and
it was
then
actually
the
sick.
people just brazen
It's
past.
because what happened then, it was certain places were allowing you to get a drink
outside.
inside
Take out,
and
innit?
take out.
Yeah.
okay.
And then people, it was like street party.
Yeah, it was. It
It
was.
was street party. I remember where we were next to us, there was them lads were playing music from the balcony,
Yeah.
but they didn't let anyone in the gaff, but everyone was on the road like that, and
Yeah.
everyone was just partying in the doorway
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
good, man.
It was actually good.
That sounds heavy, though.
Yeah.
Charge people, you can make a fortune, innit?
Bro, there was one time when I was walking past, and it was bare like this is like now coming into the ends of the back end of the year, and it was just like IB for sessions in some apartments.
Mad.
But I was like, yo, let me up. I was waving, hello.
Let
me in,
Go
man.
ahead, I've got some.
But that's what I'm saying, like, fucking, that first lockdown, you don't really hear them that much now, of, like, secret parties. But, like, last year, there was enough of them.
Like proper parties in the woods and that,
Yeah.
People
People
setting fires to cars and...
Yeah,
Mad.
police coming and having to like stop things. But I've got one thing to talk about. I just realised I remembered as we're talking about like festivals and music and stuff. So obviously Essence, as in the song by Wizkid.
Yeah.
That song.
The number one played song in America.
Yeah, it's the number one Shazam song in America.
Yeah. Shazam to be like, what is this song?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought it was Spotify.
It might be Spotify as well, but I know it's number one Shazam, so people have been listening to it thinking, wow, what's this? Shazam's number one. But obviously, Justin Bieber jumped on the remix, and I've heard different conversations where people are saying
people like it, and some people don't like it.
Some people like it, some people don't like it, but the conversation that's come out of it is like, obviously, because everyone's saying the song's amazing on it without anyone jumping on it, but then the conversation is like, will now Justin Bieber be seen as the kind of like, because people are saying,
I got Shazam before Justin Bieber.
No, it has, but I'm saying because of now Justin Bieber's on it, there's been like two like conversations that have come from that. So one is like, will Justin Bieber now take that as the opportunity to start doing like Afrobeats and piano?
I think they're just taking it out of pocket.
I do. He's got piano tracks though, you know.
Justin Bieber does.
Yeah, I've got them on. I didn't realize it was Justin Bieber until
on them.
Yeah.
Or they took out his vocals.
No, like I'm pretty sure like people. I don't know whether it's someone's remix the Justin Bieber song to make it a piano one, but he's got an Afrobeat track though. I don't know what it's called.
Are you sure they just didn't take his vocals?
I'm pretty sure he's got one already. He's got either an Afrobeat track or an piano track. Because basically what people are saying now is, are people now going to almost credit Wizkid's success almost because...
No, I just typed in Justin Bieber Afrobeats and the only thing that's come up is Essence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe they've just taken his vocal, but there's a track that I've got.
So I think
computer.
Love Yourself.
The Afrobeat remix.
Yeah.
I've got that up here, yeah.
There's that, but there's I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've got an Amapiano one version.
Maybe they just sampled his vocals, bro.
Probably.
Because I don't think it's like when Chris Brown did the Afrobeat song.
Which one? Beyonce's got one.
Yeah.
That one. Is Chris Brown on that one as well, or?
Nah, I think the one with Beyonce is
it's a big one. It's popular.
Massive.
Really. Yeah.
It's with Wizkid as well.
Nah, it's not with Wizkid. It's Beyonce. Because everyone was so basically the question I'm trying to ask is that like.
Nah, Justin Bieber won't go on Afrobeats.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Because people are saying that now because Justin Bieber's obviously had this almost entry point and the song was so massive. Does that now give him the leeway to now?
I think people are taking it out of context because it's like you could say that about fucking My Hips Don't Lie girl.
Shakira.
Yeah.
When she did waka 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 waka.
That's a bit different though.
Waka waka.
That's a bit different because she was asked to do that.
Yeah, but even still, that's still an entry point now.
Yeah, but she was asked to do that for the World Cup.
She was asked. They asked Justin Bieber. You think they didn't get on Justin Bieber to do that? They did. But there you go.
They asked Justin Bieber to do that because some people are saying is that when people see Justin Bieber's name, they're gonna flock to it.
But I thought it already had views anyway.
The who?
That song, Essence.
Yeah, it does have views. But what I'm getting at is that
2.9 billion is Waka Waka.
Yeah, it's massive because that was the 2010 World Cup.
So you need to think like that was Shakira's entry point.
Shakira's huge though.
But so's Wizkid and Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber is, but they were saying that Wizkid is massive, but not in America. He hasn't conquered that side of it. So if you go anywhere in Africa...
See, this is what I think I I think that's really hard for me to believe because Davido's quite big in America.
But hasn't Davido already broken that?
So I thought
That
Wizkid
market?
already broke that market.
So I don't know, but from what I'm getting from the conversations that I've heard, basically people are saying that the marketing ploy was to get Justin Bieber on that because Justin Bieber's so big globally. So now when you hear Essence and they're like, this song's amazing, they're like, oh, who's the artist? Oh, who's Wizkid? Oh, who's Thames? And then they blow. Because now Thames is on in Drake's album.
But she would have been on Drake's album beforehand.
Probably, but now she's more visible because of that song.
I think she needed exposure more than
Wizkid.
anyone else. Yeah, because
she's upcoming.
People think no, not even because she's a woman.
No, upcoming.
Oh, people forget.
That's
what I thought you said.
No.
People forget Thames is on that song.
She's got the best bit.
Yeah, but the only rate Wizkid. It's
because they don't know who she is.
I see people tweet it on Twitter, and they were like, "Oh, there's two people on this track."
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Wizkid has like the smallest part,
yeah,
even though it's his track.
Yeah.
But Thames' part is the massive.
Yeah, her voice is. I don't need no anybody, etc. But have you seen other people now jump onto it? So basically, because Justin Bieber's made the remix.
Yeah.
Other people have jumped onto it and they're saying they're taking the piss. Like the baby.
Yeah, but I seen that one still.
I didn't even listen to it.
I seen that one. I actually seen that one.
Flipping, what's his face from the Wu-Tang Clan made the remix as well.
How many?
There's only been them two. The RZA or something.
Yeah.
He's made a version.
You must be Nigerian then, innit?
I don't know, but because what was it?
I heard the babies one. Not gonna lie, the baby should have left it out. It's not.
Of course.
It's not a rap thing to be doing.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's really not, and I don't know whether. So someone was trying to like defend him, saying like maybe like in them American shows where you put a rapper in a cypher or whatever, and they just throw in different beats.
To be fair, I'm looking at their YouTube
yeah.
views. Not gonna lie, none of them are really hitting it.
Who? The remixes?
Yeah.
Because that song is like it's like, I'm trying to think of, it's like Whitney Houston, I wanna love somebody. It's like someone trying to remix that. You can't really.
Remixes.
But they're not. They're
House
nowhere.
versions.
What was that tune? Was it Whitney Houston that got remixed last year?
Which one?
Was it you know what? I need to find out because when we were in Bulgaria, the song was on all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I thought, I recognise it, and it was like a. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Might be chatting shit. Hang on.
I don't know, fam. If America had their own Afro swing wave like we did, not gonna lie, I think they would smash it.
They would, but the biggest problem is the political divide between. There's still a lot of Americans who don't accept
being African.
Yeah, or if you're from Africa or African British, because we're a lot closer. If you're British and you're born in Britain, but your parents are from were born in Africa, you're only first, second gen or whatever, like you said before.
Yes, there's not that many.
Yeah, the connection. So if we were to go to America, and we'll
8 gen deep.
And we'll be like, oh yeah, we've got like a connection back home and stuff. I think there's that rivalry where.
So, I get that because I don't know why it is like that either.
I feel like that's why they reject that. They don't. There's always been that kind of like. I think it comes from the mentality of like your indoctrination that like.
It's mad to say that we're only first gen.
And
he was like saying this to you the other day. It's because I've never, not gonna lie, name me anyone that you've met in your life who's full black and they're 4th gen. Nobody. The only race that I've ever met
Chinese.
that is now not even Chinese, Indian, a 3rd gen D, to come and tell me like their mum and dads were born here.
Actually, yeah.
It's only Indian or Pakistani people. If it's black. All my circles 1st gen, 1st or 2nd gen.
Yeah, predominantly.
The only person who's 2nd gen is maybe mixed race.
Yeah.
But full black, everyone's 1st gen. So then our kids will be 2nd gen. But I still feel like there'll be a big flux of 1st gen when we have kids.
Yeah, from our age range and generation, it probably will be. But like, so going back to like what we were saying, if you go to America, then there's that disconnect. That's why I don't think they have that. They can't really. They don't have any relatives or any knowledge. Loads of people don't even know what country they're from. It's only when, like, say, like, if someone like me or you went to America, we'd look at someone and be like, they look Nigerian or they look whatever.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have a clue.
But then African Americans kind of throw me because when I went, I can tell that they're from America.
You can still tell, but for example, I remember someone did a thread on all these, like, rappers, male and rappers, singers, whatever, entertainers from America, and, like, attributed them to what country they'd be from, and it made so much sense. So, for example, Chance the Rapper, they were like, he's an Igbo Nigerian man, and when you look at it,
but then he also looks Zim.
There you go. But like, if you went to an American and said that, they wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
And they were saying like Bobby Schmurder looks like he's from Zimbabwe.
Nah, he does.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It's the lips.
And
it's the lips and the forehead.
Who else were they saying? There was a big list. Lil Baby. They're like, Lil Baby looks Nigerian.
He looks, but I think he knows he's Nigerian.
Maybe.
Because I've seen him in like
in traditional, yeah.
So I think the baby knows he's Nigerian.
Then there's quite a few.
But then in the girls, some of the skin tones different.
I think that's just makeup and stuff like that.
I don't know, man, because they're black. It doesn't look African.
Nah, it looks East African.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I don't know. But I think what the conversation was certain people was because Justin Bieber's now jumping on to like Afrobeats and stuff. Is that gonna be like commercialized and taken away?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Like, is it gonna encourage more people to?
No, because it's the same thing Chris Brown did like 8 years ago.
With
when Azunto was massive. And man,
what track did?
Oh, fam, man jumped on the track and then started doing Azunto and everything.
Yeah, but he can dance sick though.
Nah,
he can't.
Not the thing, man. It was not the thing. Like,
but he performed in Africa to do that though. I swear.
Nah, I think he did it all over the place. He actually did.
Nah, I heard that.
So I don't think so. Nah, I don't. I actually don't.
Because that was one of the.
It just it's always that one person each time. Yeah, he did blow my mind with David though.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, like.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Davido's already, like, he's known in America.
So that's what I'm saying. Maybe because Blow My Mind was a big track, to be fair.
But I don't think Wizkid is known like that. I think Wizkid is massive here and.
So then that's what's to propel, man. If Davido did it, then Justin Bieber. I think Justin Bieber. It's not the same Justin Bieber though. Not the Justin Bieber that did Journals.
Journals?
Yeah.
What's Journals?
Journals is an album.
You mean Purpose?
Purpose.
That's it.
That's what I was like. Yeah, that album's sick. Where did you get Journals from?
I know something we don't. He's got a future album called Journals.
Journals, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Journals, man.
Is it?
No, it's called
yeah, it's called Journals.
Is it a Christmas album? Nah, there's a Christmas album. It's got
nah.
There's a Christmas
It's called. So he used to drop a track every Monday.
Yeah.
For Journals.
Serious?
Bro, it was fucking heavy. Like.
So he did it like how Kanye used to drop
for Good Music.
Good Music Fridays.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Don't play it though, copyright.
It's called Journals.
You got 30 seconds, you sound.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, one of our episodes. Yeah, I had to write in the bottom of it. We have no whatever, you know, like a disclaimer.
Yeah.
I had to put a disclaimer in it. Then he got put. Nah, don't play it.
This is Black Justin Bieber, man. You need to listen to Journals. It's. I don't think it's a full. I think it's an EP. But like
with the heart on it.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Like a pixelated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never listened to it before?
Nah.
Bro, I remember the first time I listened to it, innit? Because he was dropping them. This is like at the beginning of 8 years ago. It's not the beginning of YouTube, but this is when YouTube was still kind of primitive.
Yeah.
So and you would see it. So I thought it was like a promo, and then it turned out it was part of an EP. It's actually really good. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the only Justin Bieber album I've listened to. I've never listened to Purpose before.
You know what? All in all, like, I remember years ago, there's that, not stigma, listening to Justin Bieber, like, oh, you listen to Justin Bieber?
See, I've never got, it's a bit weird when you think about it, where when you listen to certain types of music, it's weird. It's like, it's almost like someone would say that like you're gay or something if you listen to someone like Justin Bieber. But when you think about it, it doesn't make any sense at the time because
the guy has music, you know. I didn't
yeah,
know
he makes sick music.
tunes. Didn't even know man had so many albums and EPs.
Yeah, and what you forget is he's the same age as us.
Yeah, he is. But then, not gonna lie, when he came out, he was like 12 and we was like 17.
Yes.
yeah.
That's
That's what I didn't understand.
This is what I didn't get, and then now it's like we're the same age.
Yeah. What happened?
Maturity level, innit?
Yeah. But he looked like a small kid, like a very small kid.
You need to listen to journals.
I'll have to go back and listen to it.
Each album or each track had a different emoji for each one. Oh, it was sick. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I might be onto it a little bit.
It was fucking techie. Not techie as in tech house, but it was like actually really good.
But speaking of music, have you listened to either Drake or Kanye West album yet?
No, Trey told me not to listen to.
Which one?
Drake.
Why?
He said it's not that good.
Yeah, but you can still listen to it and have your own.
I don't want to cry.
Why would you cry?
Because when I listen to Drake, especially like
feelings,
I used to listen to
I don't feel like
Bria Interlude, which is the one for Georgia Smith.
For Georgia Smith?
Yeah, he wrote a song for Georgia, innit?
Did he?
Yeah, it's called.
What was Marvin's Room, which is heavy.
Yeah. So I'd say Certified Lover Boy. Have you listened to it?
No.
So basically, I wouldn't say it's that emotional. I'd say so. Someone on Twitter, I saw them. They described it as McDonald's. So it's like, it's not spectacular, but it does the job.
Okay.
So you're not really ever disappointed, but it's not like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I'm gonna go and replay it loads.
Just something to fill the void.
Yeah, and some songs are like, yeah, I'm gonna go and like, I'm gonna listen to these again. Some you're just a bit like, what is this? And then you've got the obvious ones that he's made videos for, like Way Too Sexy. Obviously, that's like he's got Kawhi Leonard in the video as well, and they do like a little tribute to Boyz II Men.
I saw that.
Yeah, with the dancing in the desert.
That's it.
But I think, I'm the only one who's listened to it.
So he's got Bria's interlude and he's got George's interlude as well.
I didn't know that was about Georgia Smith.
Yeah, it's about Georgia Smith.
Mad.
He spelled it with Jorja.
That's how you spell the name.
Yeah.
So basically, on this album, because the theme of it is toxic masculinity. That's the theme of Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
And the whole reason why the album came out late, he delayed it by 9 months. That's why.
Pregnancy.
That's why on the album cover you've got all them women who are pregnant. So there's all a theme behind it.
Oh,
yeah. And then like obviously.
I thought he was waiting for Kanye, to be fair.
Nah, there was like a bit of obviously beef of the overlapping, but then obviously certain songs. Oh, it's also dedicated to. There's a woman that he knew passed away. She was only young as well. Because if you read the album description, it tells you in that. But certain songs, like, I feel like the album's not. I wouldn't say the album's amazing, but I'd say whoever he's featured with on certain tracks matches that artist. That's why I like. So basically, he's got a song. Remember YOLO? You only live once. So he's got You Only Live Twice on this album. There's a track called that with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. But like, say like the instrumentals and the beat on that is tailored to Rick Ross and Lil Wayne.
Okay.
So then he's got a track with Giveon and Lil Baby that's tailored for them. He's got a track with Future. The instrumental is tailored for Future. So I feel like what he's done well is like he's
catered to the artist.
Yeah, he's catered to the artist. But as a body of work, I think there's too many tracks. There's like, I think it's like 25, 26.
But a lot of artists are doing so many tracks these days, man. I don't know what the excitement is to do so many. I'm happy with 12.
They're basically creating their own now compilations, aren't they?
Literally.
Fucking hell.
Now
64.
Yeah.
Now 67. Fucking hell.
But what I don't get is that like he went through a stage, because remember there was like 2 years ago everyone was doing like 7 or 8 songs in an album, like Kanye, Pusha, Tiana, all them, and now it's gone the complete opposite.
It's gone like 25.
And I don't know what. So I think if Drake had done this album with 14 tracks, that everyone would be saying this album's like amazing.
I think 11's the right number.
Because there's some tracks on this album where there's no there's no like not when I say storyline, but there's no gimmick behind it. It's just a beat and he's rapping, and you're like, this is like, it takes you back to certain tracks that when Drake just wants to spit, like No Friends in the Industry. That one, that's like something that's been burning him in his chest, because he's just talking about how, you know, people only love you when you're gone and all this kind of stuff, and he's got no friends in it, and he's just rapping. The first song as well, Champagne, Poetry, that one, he's just rapping, and the Remorse. Those three, for me, it's just like he's gone in the booth and he's just letting it off, like whatever's on his chest. I'd say they're like 3 songs where you could actually say like, this is a hip hop rap album. The others are a bit like, I'm gonna give one for people to dance to, I'm gonna give one to people to listen to in the car, I'm gonna give someone a song that matches a song from years ago. Because there's another track in it where he's kind of dissing Swizz Beatz. I didn't know he had beef with Swizz Beatz.
I didn't know that either.
But because basically some of the lyrics that he's like talking about is, you remember the song where it goes, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? That was produced by Swizz Beatz. Apparently Swizz Beatz went on a live one time and was drunk and then was like calling out Drake and stuff. And then like, so Drake in this was like basically using the bars and the name of the song that they made years ago to like diss him in this. And he even dropped Unthinkable. Obviously that's his wife's Alicia Keys in it, and that's it, the name of her album. So like, yeah. But even Diddy was like, I don't want to mess with Drake.
Yeah?
Yeah, because all these artists know how big and how much popularity he is. He has. So they're like, so they're like, if I get on the wrong side of him and his fan base, like Drake, remember Drake and Meek Mill?
Yeah, but then look at Pusha. I feel like if you come with hard bars,
maybe.
Yeah,
that's serious. Because Pusha made them reveal he had a son.
And then Pusha as well came with the black face. I don't know where you found that photo.
Yeah, that was.
A mixed race person to blackface.
But you know what's funny? I don't know whether you see it, but Drake does the most to show that his son has black in him.
Nah, it's because he looks oh man, his son. I like Drake. I think because Drake's already on the very light side.
Yeah, so his son looks white.
Not white.
But
it's a weird one.
I know what you mean. He doesn't look like he's... Like, you can tell he's not full white, but you wouldn't say, like...
He's full black.
Well, obviously he's not full black, but I mean, like, you could... If he'd said that, like, he's got... I'm trying to think of what ethnicity he would be.
He looks more...
Because he's got kind of, like...
It's not because Drake looks kind of Arab.
Yeah, he does, especially when he has his hair, like...
Yeah, and the kid kind of looks Arab, too.
I don't know whether I'd say Arab, though, because when you look at his face, he's got, like...
He looks like the mum. So he's got maybe Jewish features.
Yeah, I don't cut that bit off. But yeah. Jewish features, yeah. Wow.
Nah, but the mum looks Jewish.
No. Yeah, the mum does.
Jewish people have features.
Yeah, no, it's just the way you said it. That's what it was. But no, I get that. But I mean, because... Like, have you seen his son? He's got like the cane rolls and stuff like that. I feel like he's always wearing Jordans and stuff like that. I feel like Drake's really trying to show.
But I feel like that's Drake's swag too.
It is Drake's swag.
So I see like why he's pushing it onto his son.
But his son might just want to wear Spider-Man.
Yeah, but yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want to wear Jordans. Yeah, exactly. This kid's like 3. You don't know, or maybe a bit older than that, but
that's your thing as well. Going back to like when you're saying about the kids and stuff, DJ Khaled's kid. Like,
he's a producer, isn't he?
Yeah.
By force.
Kid's gonna have the best like CV in the world.
But that's the thing. Like, you've got your dad. It's like if Drake's son doesn't become like a stone cold rapper in the industry.
It doesn't have to be a rapper though. You can just be involved in it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
Nah, do you know what? Drake's kid looks like Drake's mum. Like, you could say that's the grandson.
Yeah, of course. But I'm just saying, like, Drake is... just the way you're styling him and stuff is amplifying to show, like, yeah, this is my son, do you know what I mean? Because obviously, like... maybe obviously he's mixed race or whatever. Ethnic. The mum is white, I think. So he's just amplifying the way he, like, styles the kid and stuff.
trying to put his stamp on the
Yeah,
stuff,
kind of to show like, yeah, you know, you're my son kind of thing. But
might as well get him a t-shirt.
yeah,
I'm Drake kid.
yeah. I mean, I feel like
I
everyone.
can't believe did he
knows
say
him.
he doesn't want to mess with Drake?
Yeah, because they know like basically the power that he has, and
Do you know what? He is the artist of the 2 decades now.
yeah, he got the highest grossing streams from Certified Lover Boy in like record streams. Yeah.
I
Like
remember
number one.
fucking. What was I gonna say? There's a documentary I watched the other day of like P Diddy, of how many careers P Diddy and Bad Boy Records have killed.
Killed.
Like they say,
Physically.
like working with P Diddy is like death sentence.
Really?
Like yeah, like he will derail you or
Have
something
you
will
killed
happen.
off?
You're killed off or own everything that you,
But how
own
many-
the rights to your music.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I watched
Snake
it.
Law.
Yeah. It's like every artist that he has is like the all on there.
So
Except Biggie,
Biggie, I was gonna say
but
that was the one who made them.
Mace, all of them.
I heard about the Mace
They're
thing
all on some slave contract.
because with Mace it was like payments and royalties and stuff like that. You only got like a really small percentage,
Nah, I think
wasn't
he
it?
didn't even own so he wasn't even getting royalties from the music. And then Mace went back to him.
Yeah, he went back to him to ask.
buy.
Yeah, and Diddy was like, "I own it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Mad.
seeing something like that, which is wild. But I mean, he needs to like the artists and stuff to have to look at the contracts because otherwise, you know, these labels and stuff, huh?
You're gonna get rinsed if you don't look at it.
Yeah, all the labels will like take control of them.
Bleed you dry in that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Well, speaking of like artists and stuff, there's like this question that keeps circulating. I don't know why it keeps circulating, but it was like, was it like 5 million or what? I can't remember the figure.
500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z. Yeah, I knew what he was gonna say.
Yeah.
Honestly,
And the guy tweeted and said basically it was like a question: if someone could offer you 500k right now, or to have dinner with Jay-Z, which one would you pick?
500,000.
I'm thinking 500,000 straight away. The guy was trying to say like if you go on a dinner with Jay-Z, think of all the gems he could give you.
See, so what
I
I've
know that.
realised with life, to be rich you need money.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter what kind of uncut gems man's giving you, innit? It's just useless information.
But someone did a meme of that scenario, and it was like, so like, you go on your dinner with Jay-Z, and you're sat there with Jay-Z, and you ask him a question, like basically, how did you become a millionaire or whatever, and then Jay-Z answers like, I rap really good, so yeah, this food's tasty, and end of combo. How vexed would you be? How vexed would you actually be? You're there, you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all these like amazing tips, and everything is gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna learn how to become a millionaire or whatever, and man just goes rap really well.
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what kind of information people give you.
Yeah.
If you don't have capital to back it, you can never be rich.
Mm.
Like,
No, it's
people
true.
actually, I read something that, or it was actually today, actually, when I was on the train, about this guy. So like 50, he's 45 now, but say 2012 when Bitcoin started,
Yeah.
he sold his house.
Mhm.
But he sold his house, and it's the person who started Binance, where he sold his house and some other assets and put all of that money, like I think, like something stupid, like 400k or something, or maybe a bit less. Now he's worth 1.3 billion. That's a big risk.
Yeah.
Like you put all your capital. At least you had them assets. It's like when you see all the time, like, if you invested 4,000 grand on Amazon when it was an IPO, it would be worth like 6 million.
Yeah, you've got to have that excess money to.
These people are not gonna have 4 million to throw it down and not feel like it's gonna. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if it didn't become 4 million and you lost the 4 grand, that person would still be pissed.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky one, man. Like, obviously, I would say invest in stuff, but then you need to have the capital. And then if you lose it, just fuck it. Say that money comes and goes, innit?
But you need to know what you're investing in, and you need to almost like predict the future in a sense to know like this potentially is gonna stay afloat, and it's gonna be, it's not gonna crash. It's not gonna be a sector or an industry that's just gonna go downhill, because otherwise, like, unless you have money to just throw away, you're just gonna be like,
It's like
It's a
almost
risk.
having money to burn, innit? Like, obviously you gotta put X amount in, but it's like, say people who bet loads, like, they gotta have that money to put, say, £200 bet on.
I don't know, you know. So, I feel like they sacrifice their things in their lives.
Yeah.
So, like, I've only started to realise that now, like, I'm putting money, or the money I use on, like, investing or the courses, I've sacrificed buying trainers or buying
yeah.
clothes.
Oh, she sets aside.
Yeah.
But that's you though. Some people don't do that.
I don't know, I feel like people do. Because I know people that eat the bare minimum so they can drink more.
Mad.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
what people want to do.
No, but to be honest, if I'm for example, so say like I'm going on holiday for like 3 weeks, I'll say to myself, I'm strict. I'm gonna be like, I'm only gonna, if I'm gonna eat out on a day, I'm only gonna spend £3 a day, or I'm gonna make all my meals, and then I'm not gonna eat out because I'm saving as much money as possible. So I know I can do stuff like that, but when it comes to betting and stuff, I don't know. Some people
But then, once I get that one big bet, it might cover the losses.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it works, to be fair. To me personally, I don't know how betting. I've never really. I play blackjack because I'm quite good with blackjack. I win more than I lose.
Yeah.
So I always look at it as like how I've always played blackjack from school. It's you need to deep it where the closer you are to. So anywhere from 19, I'd always stick. And then you know from anything from 18 onwards, it's the probability.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you more than likely you might get a 4, you might be bust, but there's more of a chance for you to get 4. Or any number from 4 to like 1. So I always look at it that way. But then when you keep on going down, you always look at it that way. But then if you're closer to the 21 spectrum, and you're like 19, 20, 21, I'd always stick.
Yeah.
So if you had excess income, would you?
Gamble?
Yeah.
No, never. I feel like if I had enough money in my pocket, you could say what I'm doing now is gambling, to be fair. Because it's so unpredictable. And I'm using, like, obviously, looking at gamblers with numbers and stuff, but this is me, like, looking at numbers and looking at, like, charts and indicators.
Oh,
So
like
it's
trading and stuff like that. Yeah, that is. I class that as.
Yeah, it's called spread betting as well.
Yeah, I class that. That's why I feel like you need to kind of understand it and grasp it. Otherwise, you're playing with money.
To be fair, if they gave me like a big lump sum of money, so I did the maths. I always on my free time, I always feel like someone give me like 7 mil, and I'm like, you hear like silly stuff like someone bought like something for 2 mil. And
I think that's mad.
And I'm like, rah, bro.
How can you spend 2 mil just like that? Unless it's like a house or something.
Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, fam, if someone threw me like 2 mil, and I worked just a normal 9 to 5, and you need 40 grand a year out of that 2 mil, you know that will last me like 35 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can set yourself a salary.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You can set yourself a salary and tax free.
Imagine that. So think of it that way. It's tax free. You're getting an extra 4 grand on top of your wage. So say if the average wage is like 1,800, you're getting 5,800 a month. I would invest 1 grand or 2 grand or grand of that. I'll say grand of it in like index. Do you know in like 25 years if you put 250 away, 250 away every month for 25 years in index, plus the 8% increase, you know it becomes a mil.
I've seen things
so
like that.
So imagine if you put in a grand for that grand that you're getting from that 2 mil every year, fam, for 25 years, you be coming out with like 4 mil or even more.
This is
if
why
if 2,500 to 2 mil, so that 6 mil.
This is why when I see like people who have lots of money and they spend it straight away, I just think, is it because you've never had anything, so you're so reckless with it and frivolous that like it's too much at once, and you're just.
See, I thought that. Then I don't think it is. I genuinely feel like it's your mindset.
I think
Yeah.
social media's got a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah.
Your image online.
Like, you want to
yeah.
stunt.
Yeah, people are gonna want to buy like, I don't know, off-white t-shirt for like $500 or £500.
Hey man, I
Yeah.
did that without money, and
That's
like,
it.
Yeah, but you're not doing that to be like, look at me, I'm stunting though.
nah,
You
that's
want
true.
it. You look at it and
Yeah.
go, fuck, that's nice, I'm after that.
And you probably
How much
save
it
for it, whereas like,
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when they used to do documentaries of people who won the lottery. There was on ITV a couple of years back. And the girl who said she spent it all on handbags. But I feel like, I don't know if...
that's the stupidest thing to buy as well. Like handbags.
Apparently handbags keep value in it. I don't know how they work, but...
Nah, handbags. They do keep value, but I don't think they go up in value, but they can stay value. I'm pretty sure, because I remember seeing something about like Birkins.
Yeah.
Like Birkin bags, obviously, it's the cheapest one's like $2,000. You can get a Birkin bag for like 50k as well.
Well, who's buying them? This is the thing.
I have
Because I always feel like
um,
if they stay in value... you
rappers' girlfriends.
can't- Yeah, but you can't sell them back to the shop.
No, you can't.
How many rappers' girlfriends do you know?
I don't know, but I know like Cardi B and them like.
Yeah, but it's like sports cars. You know, like there was like a flux of like no one buying sports cars, even used ones, because realistically it's an elite
Yeah.
people, and they want to buy their own. They don't want to buy used.
Yeah, yeah.
So where did these used cars go to?
It's almost like they get rented out for like it's like saying them rappers and that.
Yeah.
Renting out sports cars just for the video, and
Yeah.
then going, oh yeah, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
To make it look like it's theirs and that.
But when you get cars and stuff, that's a depreciating value straight away.
away. Yeah.
So like you'll buy a car. That's why I can't remember who was saying it, but they were saying like, yeah, if you had all this money, like what, finance your car, or just pay a lease on it or pay it monthly, because if you own that, like you're never gonna get back the full value.
But you never get back the full value on most things anyway.
I know, but like what I mean is that like if you got a lot of money, certain people will buy like, so for example, Lil Uzi has like 15 cars. He's got a car collection.
And he leases them all.
No, I don't think he leases them. He owns them.
Okay.
So he's got like Mercedes, G-Wagons, all that kind of stuff, different colours and stuff like that. Have you not seen a picture?
No.
There's one time there's a picture of him in front of his garage, and he's got like a pink G-Wagon. He's got a camouflage one, a black one, and it's like, what you do with all that? Like he got like the diamond tattoo. I saw the other day. They said like fans ripped. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Fans ripped it out his head.
But he
Fan
can't
out from the
sell.
soul stone.
But it's not
Yeah,
because you
so-
can't sell it. Because they know it's so unique.
Do you think you can sell it?
Now because they know who it belongs to.
Oh yeah, like you go jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so unique. Only you have to go to someone like in the black market and they chip it down in pieces. But
That'd be disgusting because you'd have like Uzi's blood on it and everything.
I don't know how that stuff, I don't know how it works, to be fair. For it to come out, I don't know how deep it is, but say if you got a big amount of money today,
Yeah.
me personally, I feel like I'd live the most chilled life.
What's a big amount?
Like 50 mil.
You'd live a chilled life.
Yeah,
What like so?
I'll have one sick car. One sick car.
So is that the only car you'd have, or would you have?
I'll have two. I'll have maybe like a Lambo,
Mm.
and I'll have like a normal C class or A class. So I use the A class as my everyday thing,
Mm.
and then I use the Lambo when I'm going to live. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, because I deeped it, yeah.
That's if I'm going to live.
I deeped it. There's a reason why you don't see these cars, especially in England, on the road that much, apart from London. Because you're instant target for jackings.
Oh, of course.
Like,
And you can't live in an area with a
Yeah.
big car like that.
and I'm thinking, because I want to live a humble life, I can't live in ends with that kind of
No,
car.
you can't.
Like,
You need to be in an area where it's secure.
and I don't want to live there because that's where man's come and break into your house with knives. Like that guy who got jacked outside his house.
Which one?
It was on Twitter with money, and he had like a sick car, and they came with machetes. You should have run into his house.
What was this recently?
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Mm,
And
not
2 months ago, they came with machetes, And he should just run into his house, but he threw them the car keys. I was like, I don't want to live in it. I
Was
don't.
that the guy with the ring camera?
Yeah. I don't want to live in a posh area, to where posh areas get targeted on a
Yeah, but
regular
it depends.
basis.
It depends though, because if you live in it depends on your level of wealth. Because if you live in like a gated community and
Man,
stuff,
they still jump over the gate.
yeah,
it happens.
You'll have insurance on it. You'll have
Nah,
like
fuck
yourself
the
a fitting or
insurance,
something,
man. Like there was this one where this makeup artist had a sick gaff. And
I
he
am the
came
captain now.
And he came and trashed the gaff. This guy.
I am the captain.
The captain.
I am the captain.
Give us the time.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew that was following. Oh,
Like they went to our gaff and just ransacked the thing. And I thought like, okay, me personally, I would live in like, I still live in like townways or
what would you live in this country still?
I wouldn't like to live in America. Why, seen it?
I wouldn't live in America.
Where would you live?
I would literally, because it's funny because I was speaking to someone on this. He sent me this picture of like, pick 3 pills and they have like different things on it. And one of them was 500 mil and I picked that one. And I said I would probably live across different countries. I'd probably still
I would travel different countries.
No, but I would actually have places to live there.
Like a few homes and that.
Yes.
Okay.
My heart would always be in the UK.
Mine probably the same, but I'm open to like probably depending on the circumstance. But like if I'm made, I'm like, why do I need to live here?
But then I don't want to leave my people because you need to think about it. Like you need to think about it. If they told you now, I know my goal is to retire early, but do you know how boring that would be?
No, but my life I wouldn't be retired though. I would. So for example, what I said was basically, So what I had in my head was I'd live in Africa, but in certain places still. But then obviously I'd still live in the UK. But then I'd also live in like Hawaii or like, them kind of places. Them places where it's like white sand beach or, what's my man, Richard Branson's got like the Virgin Islands and stuff like that. Like them kind of places. I'd get property in them kind of places. So if I wanted to go away for 6 months, it's like, you'll find me in the east coast of Africa where there's white sand beaches. Because I want to go to Tanzania, so like that's been in my head. So I'll have a place like somewhere like that.
Tanzania.
Yeah.
I need to see if I can find this. There's this
Zanzibar.
this place that we
Burkina
saw
Faso.
when we were in Oz, and that we were gonna live there. Like we were like, oh yeah.
In Australia.
Yeah. So when we went over there, we had like we wanted to stay out there 2+ years, and it was just house for rent. Fuck. But then thinking about it now, logistically it wouldn't be possible because like a group of 4 backpackers renting out this house or apartment type place.
I would live in Australia, to be fair.
You would?
Nah.
Because of the spiders and all that kind of stuff.
Australia.
You know what? It's not
See,
bad.
like, if I had my chance, if so I always deeped it, like, if I am...
Would you live in Japan?
Yeah.
I think I would live in
I
Japan.
live
Japan
in
would be a
Japan.
shelter.
I think I'll be there for like a year. But it's expensive, though. Because, like,
Standard of living.
even, like, rent, even, like, to get a decent apartment and stuff, it's, like, a lot more. Like, day to day is too rushed. I think I'll spend, like, 6-7 months there. And then go to my next place. Maybe try and live in LA for a bit. Like a year. See what it's like.
I feel like if you lived in LA, you'd end up staying.
You think I'd stay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'd stay. You'd find like opportunities and you'd find people who are similar. Because LA is that big, that like, because you got like a mix of interests as well. So you'd find the people who are like Spanish speaking and all that kind of stuff. And
But then
you find
the
like
tax over there is expensive. So any money that apparently the living tax now is like crazy high. That's why people left. That's why Joe Rogan left. So that's why a lot of people leave because it doesn't make sense. So I feel like I'll spend time out there.
Hollywood.
I wouldn't mind. But with America, I always say this in my head. I don't know if I could go to America by myself. And also, if I went to America, especially like New York weren't too bad.
When you say you can go by yourself, what, to live or just go by yourself in general?
Like, not to live, but like, the way they would be like, I think I know your face for someone. And then, bah. And then you say, I just...
What, you think they're mistaken identities?
Yo, bro, they shoot people for no reason. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
but you... if you
See?
went, no, did you do that? Yeah, definitely.
I was going to say, who was it that said, because when we were in Vegas, we were going to go to LA, and then one of Jade's mates was like, oh yeah, you got to be careful, because when you're over there, if you go to LA, and you're wearing some nice trainers, you will get killed for your trainers.
Really?
In certain areas, yeah.
That's crazy.
Because these two people went over there, I can't remember the names, Jade knows them anyway or something, and he went over and I can't remember, he had some like rare Nikes on, and this guy called him into the shop. He was like, come in here, I need to tell you something. Oh, he said, come in, you need to use the back entrance. He was like, why? He said, see that gang over there? He said, yeah. He said, they're watching you for your trainers. He said, it's happened before. He's either going to rob you for your trainers or something else is going to happen to you.
That's mad.
I'm going to call you a taxi, you need to go out the back way.
Never.
I was like, nah, stop it. She's like, no, dead set serious. I was like, nah, that, only in certain areas though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if people are listening, quote me if I'm wrong,
I
like,
was-
it's not that bad, but
It's the
Yeah.
same
certain
thing
areas
when
are
I
mad.
said to you when I was wearing McQueen's, and the mum was like, "Right, you got money?" I was like, "Nah, like where I'm from, it's normal."
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought America was like, because Instagram makes out like bare people have racks and stacks.
Do you know what it is as well?
Like,
It's from when
like-
we were young. All the TV shows,
Yeah.
all the media, how we push. It doesn't show you the other side.
And then
Yeah.
you think
Yeah.
either everyone's a miller, because it looks like there's more self-made millionaires in America, but anyone can wake up one morning and have like $1 million.
See, I don't believe in all of that because I feel like when you go deep down or like you actually check, you'll find that they have some kind of family wealth or income.
Nah, so I listen to Gary V. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know Gary V.
Yeah, via Chinook.
Yeah, he's bare. But it's like how he made his millions at 32. Like, it's just so mad.
Yeah, but he was grinding for years though, wasn't he?
He said he wasn't making money from his family business though. And then he just thought one day I'm just going to make my peas and just do it that way. We hear more of them kind of stories in America than you hear in the UK.
I think I feel like it's probably easy because America's so big and there's so much opportunity. You can kind of blow up. Like you can be there's people who are celebrities just in the area. Like when you go over there and like remember when we had Adam Rowe when he was talking about like when he went and he did comedy and he was like how different comedy is because he'll do comedy in just one area and you're known as that guy.
As that
And you can fly 2 hours and no one's ever heard of you.
Yeah.
It's like
But then with America, it looks like you could be dead broke, no money, and then within a year you're a millionaire. Like it's mad. I don't know. It's what I'm saying. Like I'm still trying to distinguish what's real life, what's fact from fiction, within reality, because social media now has made it to where even I can't tell you what's real and what's a lie.
But I feel like some people play on that and they make what should be real like fake. So like they make even though their lives aren't that amazing, they make it out as if it's amazing.
All I know is if you gave me millions, if someone gave me $1 million in this day and age now, it's nothing. So I feel like
It'll last like 5 years.
I feel like with $1 million, I'll have to split half and sit down for like a year.
Plan.
How I can make that 500k into 3 mil. Do you get what I'm saying? But then if someone gave me 7 mil, so if someone gave me 1 mil, I'll split half. I used half and maybe buy a house, pay it off, or buy 2 to 3 small houses. I don't think buying one house to rent is a terrible idea.
What you mean to rent?
The money that you get back from one house.
Oh, you mean you buy one house and you rent it out to people?
Or I'd just buy my own house and just pay it all off. Or
But then if you buy a house with that amount, then you have to maintain the house.
I wouldn't buy for that amount, but I'd buy a smaller house. And then I use the other, so I make like maybe 500 for myself, and then the other 500 is you're gonna take this now, and you're gonna either pay a mentor or pay somebody to teach you to flip this 500, or make that 500
Stretch.
not stretch, but say if I take like 10 grand out of that and turn 10 grand every year into 100 grand for the rest of my life.
You wouldn't even have to turn 10 into 100. You could
I would. Imagine using 10.
No, I'm saying you can, but I'm saying that's that's times 10. That's a big.
That's 100% increase.
Yeah,
each
but
year.
I'm saying you don't have to do that though. You can just times 3, and that's still enough for you to be.
300k.
Nah, yeah. Wait. Yeah,
Nah.
per whatever, and that's still enough for you to.
Not for the rest of your life.
Enough. Yeah, depending on the time schedule though.
So, but think about it. 500k. You got 500k. You spent 200 in your house.
Yeah.
And you got 300k for your enjoyment. You got another 500k and someone's saying, okay, use this to either invest or use skills or do something.
But that 300k I wouldn't use for enjoyment. I'd use that to, as if that's my salary. That's how I'm going to keep the.
Nah, because that would only last you 10 years.
Yeah, but within that 10 years, that other 500k that you've got.
You've already spent it.
No, but you said 200 on the house.
You spent that on getting out of your house, buying your car, everything.
The first 200?
The first 500 is gone.
Okay, the first 500 is gone. Because you said 200 and...
No, that's what I'm saying. Your house is 200 and then I said 300 is just for living. Not living, but you spent it on like worldly possessions. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying I wouldn't spend all of that on that. I'd spend half of that.
But I'm saying you have to spend that.
Okay. Because I was saying from that 300, you're saying spend.
But even still,
I'd
if you only
spend
had
150
750k, give or take 18, 19 years. 18, 19 years on 36.
You could have a job. You could have a job.
Yeah, so on top of your job, but 18 years, well, how old are we? 28? I'm 42, 46.
Yeah, but if you're still working...
It's not sustainable for me.
It's not sustainable, I get that.
Plus, the way, buy it in 10 years, do you know how life is going to be even more expensive?
Are you going to pay your student loan off with this, by the way, or are you just going to all in one go?
No, my student loan can still come out of my wage.
Yeah, same, yeah.
Stuff that doesn't require me to pay off.
Yeah.
Then the government are not paying me.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
Phone bill, they can still take it. I'm not paying that all out. Jim, I'm not going to tell them you can have it all. All that kind of stuff.
Imagine you end up paying your student loan off in one go if you've got all that money.
Well, they don't even take that much out, you know.
I know. It's mad, but it just, you look at it, and every time you get that letter, it goes up.
It doesn't really touch me, because I know they only take like max. I think the max they ever took out was like £25.
Yeah.
And I'm like, £25, man.
No, that's cool, innit? It's like...
I spend that on a meal for myself.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so...
But I think for me, the fact that I'm probably end up gonna die. I'm gonna die with still my student loan.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, people
I
will
know,
though.
but it's just mad thinking about it.
But they wipe it after 25 years, don't they?
Did he?
Yes, I'm sure.
I thought he carried it on.
I'm pretty sure if you don't finish paying it off by a certain 25 to 30 years, it just gets written off.
Oh man, okay.
Because it's all someone's always gonna have a student loan to pay.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, we've taken 25 years. Written
So
off
what Tazza said as well, if I won millions, so this is what I'm saying. Either I don't pay off my house and title all at once, I'll just pay off the mortgage monthly.
Yeah.
And just have that as a pot. So I'll never worry. I know it's getting taken out, siphoned each month.
I'd rather do that.
But then, with that extra 500k, I'll have to either not bet, but use 10k of that each year to try and flip it to 100k.
Yeah. But I'm saying like it doesn't have to be. I didn't mean 300 by the way. I meant 30. But I meant like so within. So you're saying you're taking the 10 and you're trying to flip it to 100 in the year. Every year. But I'm saying you don't have to make it 100 though. Even if you just flip the 10 to 20, sometimes you still made a.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to make a double because I would want to flip it to where I'm making 100k each year. So then 100k each year from 10k is a 100k, 100% increase. I rather want that than double. Because with double, with 100% increase, realistically, if your goal was 30k a year, you're now putting away 70k. So then with 70k times 20,
72s.
That's
14.
That's 1.8 million. No, because
72s.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
1.4.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting.
I need money, man.
But yeah, anyone who wants to sponsor us, shout us out. Anyone who wants to send us free clothes so we can sponsor them. I just want free clothes. That's what I spend my money on, mainly. I still got my wardrobe and got nothing to wear. And I've got a full wardrobe. But in my head, I'm like, I need something else.
I need it.
I'm getting to that point now where I'm looking at my wardrobe and drawers and going, I've got like the same 7 t-shirts that I rotate.
Yeah.
You know, I need a refresh.
Yeah.
Well, I need a whole wardrobe change, to be fair.
I don't need a whole wardrobe change for me. It's just, I like to categorize certain things.
Yeah.
So like, I'm going to work, I just want to wear these.
Yeah.
And because I'm wearing these at work, when I go out, and when I'm not working, I don't want to put that on because I feel like that's what I wear for
This is
work.
why I miss like uniform or formal dress.
Uniform actually, yeah, it makes sense.
That's what I'm looking for. Like.
You have that switch up and you almost like everything you have, whereas I can kind of wear what I want for work within reason, so I look fairly like smart casual. And because my whole wardrobe's like that, it's like, fuck's sake, like go to a weekend and it's like, I feel like I'm just dressing the same, and it's annoying. It's really annoying. So annoying. What time are we on, by the way?
23 minutes past.
No, I meant like how long are we doing the pod for?
An hour and 10 minutes.
No, yeah, an hour 5, an hour 10.
Is it an hour 5 hour 10 already?
Yeah.
I thought it was
the
like...
first bit is like 5 to 10 minutes, like the
Yeah,
a
okay.
little bit needs to go, but yeah.
No, that's fine.
Roughly coming up to it, yeah.
No worries, but have you got anything else to touch on?
It's money thing. This is what I'm saying. This is how my mind works daily. Like, honestly, do you know what actually pisses me off? Is when you hear these people spending the maddest. I know you got money in it, but like, literally, like, when you hear like,
You don't appreciate the value of money.
yeah, and then how can you have 150 mil and then go broke?
Honestly, that infuriates me because I don't get that, because I think if I have 150 million, do you know, like, I'm paying for at least 10 people. Like,
What do you mean?
like, for example, so if I got 150 million today, I feel like I'd be generous enough to give not just my friends, not just my family money,
Bro,
but I give my friends money,
I
and
think half of that I could just spin off.
and I'm still
More than half
still
of it.
living cool for the rest of
Yeah.
my time.
I did that the other day, like, if I win, like, a big amount, like, obviously, do you know what's actually mad? Think, when you leave this pod, think about how, if you won the lottery today, guaranteed the first thing that will come to your head, all these materialistic things.
Yeah. Holidays, cars,
Yeah.
big house,
See,
mum and dad.
I feel like I've thought about me winning the lottery so much that I've talked myself out of that. It will still come to my head, but
Yeah.
I've talked myself out of that.
But I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually not that guy. Like, I'd rather help people. Like, me, I think, if they could rewind my whole life and see how much money I give to homeless people, I swear I give homeless people money every day.
Yeah.
And if they rack it up, they'd be like, rah. Like, I want to do something to where I can help these people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of these, man, saying, like, oh, they need money for somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
Like,
It's hard,
I
eh?
need, like, I think the first thing I would do is, like, either try and set up somewhere to where it runs, either open a place. If I won, like, I'm talking about a big amount, like,
We said 150 million. just then.
million, so I can open a big place and then just use my money to pay the staff to keep them running, and then people just come in and not look for a profit. But
Yeah.
that's a way to sustain
Yeah.
that, because you can't sustain that with, like, you know, you need, people need to get paid as well. Do you
Yeah,
get
of
what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
course.
it's like a sustainable resource for people. who need it, innit?
Yeah, but you have that income, so I would say I'll pay them and then just keep it ticking. And also I'll do some things in, like, back home in Nigeria. But I wouldn't do it in my own village. That's the only thing. Because I wouldn't want people to know that I got peace.
Yeah, because that could have come for
Yeah. You have to play strategic.
See, that's why I said that if I had the money, I'd have places in different countries and stuff. Because then I could set up. People wouldn't know that that's me.
Yeah.
If I'm in whatever, Hawaii or whatever, and I've purchased, I don't think I'll be able to purchase lands, but let's just say I was able to purchase land and build flats and then give someone a job and be like, you run these flats. They don't know that. I'm not Hawaiian, they'll never know that's me behind it. But you've created a whole ecosystem,
Yeah.
because it's like, well, you need a manager, you need assistant manager, you needed this. I would do something similar.
I think I'll come off whole social media as well. I know I'm off it now, but I feel like if I get to that place, I have a lot of money.
I think I'll just be a motivational speaker. I would just go into
But
that.
then how are you motivating people when you got the money from the lottery?
Hey.
I'll actually do some.
That's how you keep that money from
I wouldn't do straight away. I wouldn't have any experience to like.
I wouldn't be a motivational speaker to where it'd be like, oh, if you go and achieve this tomorrow.
Nah, not obviously, like that. Like kind of, you know, like kids who feel lost and stuff. Because by that point, I'd think I've set myself business and stuff like that.
But
so
then the only reason, so what you just said, kids who feel lost. I feel lost because of money. So then, how can I tell them that you don't have to feel lost because I got the lottery?
No, but imagine with the money. I do get it because they'll just say to you, without this money, you'd never be there. No, I get that, but what I'm getting is like, imagine now, like you've got like, let's say you own an apartment block, and then let's say you own shops next to it. Let's say like you own 4 shops, and you've been running this business for 4 or 5 years. Then you go and speak to kids and stuff like that, and because you've been running that, you have the experience of knowing how to. Because it would be from scratch. It'd be like you've created this business, this brand, Then you can give people that, and then on top of that, you may even be able to give them a job in that place. And then it'd be like, oh, this is how you do it. And while you're working here, you're actually getting first-hand experience of. You've got a head start. Because places will hire someone just to have work there.
Yeah.
But I would want to hire someone to be like, you can have what I've done. I'll give you the tools. I'll give you the insight, knowledge of how to do it. So,
like coaching them.
Yeah, so you're working for me, but really you're really learning the skills to. In 5 years' time, you're gonna be making P.
That's a shout.
That's how I think I'd help people. I'd rather do that than just the only people I'd give money directly to would be friends and family.
I'd still work, so I said like if I want a big amount of money as well.
Would you really though? Because you, as in for yourself,
no,
you wouldn't want to take.
Nope.
You wouldn't want to take direction from someone else though if you had that much P.
Bro, I'll take the low job.
What? One of you?
So you got
Tesco's.
Fam, I'd even become a taxi driver.
Just chilling.
It's not about job.
That kind of job's actually not that bad. Because you're just driving around, you're chatting to people.
I deeped it. I was like, bruh. Like either or. See, the thing is, I don't want to get a missus that would be dependent on me because now I got this money. Do you get what I'm saying? Like.
So what are you trying to almost create a persona to where they think?
Not a persona.
Nah, not a persona. As in like you're trying to be someone else. I mean like to everyone you're just like, oh, that's Josh the taxi driver.
Yeah.
But like you got 150 million.
Yeah.
But to them it's like you're just a taxi driver. That's what I mean. So the missus just thinks he's a taxi driver. Maybe he's just really good at it. So got loads of money.
Or
just like that.
Or just do something to where like obviously we live life. Like obviously in the first year and stuff, I feel like if I had money, I'd do something to where like I want our lives to be like, well, me and you I'm just gonna I'll take care of you. But don't get it wrong, like me and you not gonna do fuck all now. It's just we'll go shopping. Or
Nah, allow that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I genuinely think after 2 weeks I'll be bored.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
you'd end up spending more than what you
see, and that's where you go broke.
Yeah.
So that's where your eyes start looking at things, and you're like, obviously, I want to be in work and be like, I want these trainers today. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to be there now that all I do all day, every day is start window shopping, because window shopping now opens up the greed. And then when you're hungry, your girl's hungry, your kids are hungry, everyone's hungry because all you know now is you're not working. You don't, because you need to think about it. You don't have that
anything.
grafter mentality no more. You have that anything's accessible to me.
Yeah.
So then you see that all day, every day. And look at COVID. Did you see the increase of online shopping?
Yeah.
Because people were bored. It showed you if you weren't working. Yeah.
So I asked this taxi driver like about the Uber thing and why Uber's so slow and all that, and he was saying the reason is because majority of the Uber drivers all became delivery drivers.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Because that's why they're lacking on drivers basically, because they all become delivery drivers because during the pandemic no one was getting taxis.
Yeah.
So they all were like everyone online shopping rose, so they took them jobs, and because them jobs are so frequent, they stuck with them or they became white van drivers, lorry drivers and stuff gone down that route, so they haven't gone back to taxis and stuff. That's why like certain things are slower in the service and stuff, because they can't get drivers back because they've all left. And because like every time you have a lockdown or whatever, it's like, well, I'm not risking going back to that.
Yeah.
Everything's online. High street shops are closed and people just want things instant. I can get 6 jobs in a day, every day or whatever. It's the same. And you don't have to do mad hours because I don't have to do like night shift and whatever. I'm just delivering.
Pick your own hours.
Yeah, and just delivering during the day and whatnot. So
postman, innit? So
yeah.
you've done your round, you're finished.
Yeah.
Paid for the rest of the day.
It's not bad, postman. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up there. If you're listening for the first time, we have been the Front Left Podcast. I've been Teza, and I've been joined by Josh, aka what's your Japanese name again?
Mugiwara Luffy.
That one.
Hey
Yeah.
man, it was good. It was good.
Real news anchors.
Yeah man, I'm joined here with Trevor Burger King.
Trevor Burger King, I am the captain.
You was the diamond.
You was the diamond.
I'm starving now, man.
But yeah, if you follow us on Instagram at Frontleft Podcast, follow us on Twitter at Frontleft Pod, subscribe to the YouTube channel, flood my DMs with any suggestions. I'm open for suggestions. I feel like you and, well, not you because you're not on socials, but I feel like Trey and you, when you were, you guys get more like interaction on your Insta, personal Insta about the pod. Used to. I'm saying used to.
I don't know. Yeah, man.
I don't really get much of it. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's more if I post a funny clip and they're like,
We need to put that at the front of the that clip needs to be at the beginning of the pod. But yeah, interact. If you got ideas, I'm open for ideas, man. I'm just
Yep.
But
Okay.
that's the Front Left. If anyone wants to sponsor us as well, man, send us some stuff. If you got food, we'll taste the food. There's actually some people I want to speak to about that, but yeah.
I'm actually hungry now.
Yeah.
Now.
Front Left over and out.
Peace.
Peace.